The New York Rangers AHL affiliate team, the Hartford Wolfpack, will have a very good team this year and definitely has a chance to compete for maybe a Calder Cup and also go on a deep, long playoff run. But also, they're going to be a great team to watch because they have a ton of New York Rangers prospects on that team currently, and they're going to be just an absolutely stacked team of great players, but also great prospects. And it will be a ton of fun to watch. Definitely going to be an entertaining team. And the top guys down there, the top prospects, you got your Brennan Othmann, who's arguably the best Rangers prospect, if not number two. You've got a guy like Cuylle, who made an impact last year in the Rangers for 5 games, could be on the team at some point this year as well. You've got some other guys like Matthew Rempe, who's absolutely massive. He's still only 21 years old. You've got Adam Sikora, who's one of the top prospects, still a very, very young player. You've got a guy like Ryder Korzak, who is an absolutely filthy, skilled centerman out of the WHL. You've got a guy like Brett Berard, who kind of, less offense, but kind of like that Brad Marchand type of a player. Piss you off, hit. He's small, but he's got that, that dog in him. You got a guy like Carl Henriksen, who's a former second-round pick. Can he finally take that step up? Because as of late, he has been quite disappointing. Had a pretty awful year last year, but can he turn things around? Maybe he might be the fourth-line center. We'll have to wait and see, but definitely there could be something left in him. You never know. And then the undrafted free agent kind of guy in Bobby Trevigno, played his first year of pro hockey last year for a bit. And, he looked decent. He looked decent last year. Nothing insane, but still only 24 years old. He's a small left winger, but still a decent prospect and maybe has a chance to do something pretty good. And, overall, though, there's just a ton of great prospects here. And obviously, we're taking a look at the forwards here because yesterday we took a look at the defenseman prospects, and the day before that, we looked at the goalies. So let's carry on here, take a look at some stats here and kind of break some stuff down. And obviously, to lead things off, Brennan Othmann, you guys know who he is. I've talked about him just a stupid amount. I'm a Pete's fan. That's my team. I'm a Canadian Rangers fan. I went to the Game 6 when they won the whole thing. Othmann was absolutely fantastic at the OHL Championship. Did good in the Memorial Cup. He's an elite player, elite prospect, and definitely, I would imagine, probably makes an impact on the Rangers at some point this year. Maybe. We'll have to wait and see, but definitely will hopefully be a superstar AHL player this year and could definitely dominate. You've got a guy like Cuylle, who's the next best guy there, right behind Brennan Othmann. Actually finished second on the team in scoring last year in the AHL. Had 69 games played, 45 points. He was a very great player last year. Didn't have the best playoff run, only had 9 games played, 3 points, and completely produced great in the playoffs. But in the regular season looked absolutely fantastic. He's a 25 goal scorer last year. Hopefully can break 30 this year, maybe get 60-something points. Definitely a realistic possibility. He's also a very physical, solid two-way player. Definitely a very great overall player. And then you got a guy like Bobby Trevigno, who, like I said, was an undrafted free agent, was one of the top guys in that undrafted free agent class. Obviously, we signed him and had a pretty good year last year in his first, full year of pro hockey. Did decent, didn't do, amazing, but definitely was solid. Had 57 games played, 7 goals, 19 assists, 26 points. Not terrible. Was a plus 13, so that's kind of nice. In the playoffs, had 9 games played, 2 goals, 1 assist. Was pretty solid, but definitely I would have liked to see a little bit more out of him, but not terrible stats. But just hopefully this year he can take a big step forward in his development and really be that maybe 50-point guy this year and definitely really break out. Another guy here we have is Carl Henriksen. Now he has been extremely disappointing. A former second-round pick in the 2019 draft, and with him, things just haven't been great. He really he couldn't get it going over there in Sweden, the leagues he was playing over there, and obviously made the step over here to the AHL, and things didn't get off to a great start over here. Had 8 games played in the playoffs, no points at all, was playing pretty much like fourth-line center kind of thing. And then in the regular season, had 70 games played, 7 goals, 10 assists for 17 points. Very disappointing year for Carl. He just has not gotten things going, especially over here since he came over, but also even back in Sweden, he just couldn't figure things out. So hopefully he can figure it out and get back on track. He was a former second-round pick, like I said, but definitely has been quite the disappointing prospect so far. But there's still a bit of hope, I guess you could say, with him. Brett Berard here, he's that kind of, like I said, that pest out there. He'll piss you off. He'll play a solid two-way game. Maybe could one day be a second PK kind of guy, playing a solid two-way game. I don't think he's going to be a top 6 forward of the NHL, but, maybe a nice bottom 6 kind of forward who maybe penalty kills here and there. You never know. But just is kind of that energy guy. He'll piss you off. He'll skate around. He'll hit you. Even though he's small, he plays a bit bigger. He's a strong guy on the puck. solid, skilled player, but definitely I don't think it's going to be a top 6 forward of the NHL, but still a very nice prospect and could one day be a very solid, impactful bottom 6 forward. And this year we're going into his first full year of pro hockey after having a bit of a down year with the Providence Bruins. The previous year had much better point per game average, but hopefully this year can really, take a big step into his first year of pro hockey. Another guy here who I'm really excited to see how he does in his first full year pro hockey, and that is Ryder Korzak. Now, this guy played in the WHL last year for the Moose Jaw Warriors and had a very good year. He had an absolutely fantastic year offensively. He's a dynamic, playmaker, got amazing skill, great shot, great hands, kind of small, but like 5'11", but, still a very solid player. Probably needs to add some more muscle for sure. He's still pretty small in that sense, but if he can bulk up a bit, get a bit stronger, his skill, his skating, his dynamic offense capabilities are quite fantastic. And had a bit of run with the team last year. Nothing insane, but had played a bit at the start of the year. Then went back to WHL, had 5 games played, no points, -4. Obviously, a very small sample size. And did that at 19 years old, but hopefully this year, going into his 20-year-old season, he can take a big step forward in his development in his first full year of pro hockey, and definitely has the potential to be a very solid, middle 6 probably forward at the NHL one day. He's got that skill, the great skill. Definitely a guy to keep an eye on. And then a very interesting prospect here. I actually did a scouting report on him as well. I did a decent amount of these guys that did scouting reports on, but a guy in particular, Adam Edstrom. He's a massive 6'7", 6'8" kind of forward. He plays center, left wing, right wing. He plays pretty much any forward spot. Could one day be probably a nice bottom 6 forward, maybe a third liner is definitely a possibility. But he's got great hands, great skating for his size especially. He is massive. He had a really great year over there in the SHL, the top Swedish league. Still only 22 years old. Played a bit of pro hockey over here in North America this year as well. Had a absolutely beautiful goal. Very nice dangle to score, but a very limited sample size over here in North American pro hockey. But in 3 regular season games here, had 1 goal with a +1 in the playoffs, had 5 games played, 1 assist. But we definitely could see a big year out of him now going into his 22-year-old season. Had a great year over there in the SHL. Kind of obviously took a minute to get him acclimated to the North American style game, but definitely could fit very well over here. He's a very physical guy as well, so definitely nice to see. And then we have the still very young 2nd round pick, Adam Sikora. He's still only 18 years old, hasn't turned 19 for a bit. He's still extremely young, wasn't even taken in this draft, taken in the 2022 draft. And this is a very talented, skilled, two-way winger. He's great defensively, great offensively. He's going to be a PK guy, I'd imagine, at the next level. Can play left wing, right wing, has played center in the past, but is really more of a winger at this point. But he will play for Team Slovakia at the World Juniors. It's going to be a ton of fun to watch him there. And he's just overall such a fun prospect to watch. He hits, he grinds, he has skill, he can score, he can play make, he can do literally everything on the ice. Solid skater. Obviously, he can get better in every category, but still a great overall player, great two-way forward, and definitely could be a very nice bottom 9 kind of forward of the NHL one day. Maybe a middle 6 guy, you never know, but definitely has a chance to be a PK guy at the next level. The last guy here we're taking a look at is another 6'8" centerman from the WHL, still only 21 years old, born in Calgary, Alberta, former 6th round pick in the 2020 draft, Matthew Rempe. This guy played a bit with the Hartford Wolfpack last year, had 53 games played, 6 goals, 4 assists, 10 points. Didn't get a whole lot of run with the team, but is pretty skilled for his size, decent skater for his size as well. Really physical, like very physical, 240 pounds. He's massive, definitely more physical than Adam Edstrom, but less skilled, I'd say. He had a pretty good year in the previous year in the WHL with the Seattle Thunderbirds. Overall, a pretty solid prospect, but I wouldn't say has the highest ceiling. Probably at best is a 4th liner at the NHL level, but you never know. He could definitely turn into something decent in a bottom 6 role. Anyways, guys, though, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please smash the like button and definitely comment down below your guys' thoughts on your favorite prospects that you're going to be excited to watch with the Hartford Wolfpack this year, because this team is going to be stacked. They're going to have a ton of great prospects, a ton of great talent, and definitely going to be a team to keep an eye on because the forward core is deep with prospects in this team. Same thing with the D-core side of things. A lot of good young players. And same thing with the goalies. You got Dylan Garand there as well. So definitely go check out the defense and goalie videos if you haven't already, the previous couple of videos. And subscribe for daily Rangers content. Thanks for watching, and see ya.